Welcome in, guys. It is Brad with College SportsCast. We are here to do week one, season 4 of Game Day Pick'ems. Let's go. All right, guys, welcome in. It is Brad with College SportsCast. We are here for season 4 of our Game Day Pick'ems, and we are excited to be here with you guys to do season 4. I've got Professor Nicholas with us. What's up? What's up, Nicholas?
Man, I am glad to be back on this show. I've missed you guys. It's been, what is it, a week or something like that? I don't know. I lost track.
Week and a half or something like that. Yeah.
I've lost track after like 15 minutes. I missed you guys. So I'm glad to be back on here.
and I've got John Hammonds on here with me. What's up, Hammonds?
What's up, man?
Are you ready to do some Game Day Pick'ems?
Yeah, I'm getting me something to drink real quick, and I'll be over here.
All right. I'm going to do a little bit of show stuff here, guys. If you're with us on Facebook, you can help support us by sending stars, or you can subscribe for 99 cents a month. Actually, right now, I have it half price. You can actually get it for 49 cents a month. And the first 5 that signs up gets that special price. So get in while it's dirt cheap.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We are here to do our Game Day Pick'ems. We do use DraftKings Sportsbook for our spreads for these games. We always enjoy this. We're starting out here week 1, college football. We are going to be doing 12 big games this weekend, and going to have a little bit of fun with those games. All right, guys, we are going to kick the show off with a couple of games that are going to be starting in about an hour. We're doing this show just a little bit early. We probably will do these shows a little early this year because we're going to get in some Friday games, because the college football calendar, John, it's kind of widened. There's some games on Thursday now. There's games on Friday. So the calendar for college football has kind of gotten broader.
I remember a day when college football only came on Thursday night. Like it was usually a Thursday night ESPN game at 7:00, and that was all
one.
You got.
Like one. Yeah, one. Yeah.
It was like the game of the week or Thursday night game of the week, whatever it was. But I'm excited, man. Let's get it.
Dude, I've been excited since last week when they played that game in Ireland. That was so fun.
That was a great game. The second half was great. Yeah, the second half was great. But I do want to start with this. I don't know if either one of y'all, did y'all catch there were some games last night as well. Did y'all catch the Boise State getting stomped last night?
That was embarrassing. They did not show up to play.
I watched it, and Brown, the running back or the quarterback for USF, like he's the real deal.
And Madsen just didn't look good. They had so many turnovers and gave up
they were not prepared to play. They
gave up that fake long touchdown on that fake. I mean, it was bad.
USF plays Florida next weekend in the Swamp, and then they play at Miami. So
yeah,
if you want to get the committee's attention after a game like this, and you go down and beat Florida, you're talking about a USF team that has a shot to go to the college football playoff if they win their conference games.
Well, yeah, I mean for sure. But here's one thing.
It's too early to kind of
Boise was the early preseason top 25. They were in the number 25. The way they looked last night, guys, they don't look like a college football playoff team.
They don't even look like a college they don't even look like a college team right now. They look like a high school team that didn't even make it to the championships. That's how bad they were.
And then, John, I was going to ask you just a minute here about the Nebraska-Cincinnati game. I know you said you was going to watch it. What'd you think about that game?
I'm going to be honest with you. I watched Nebraska first half. The quarterback for Nebraska, what's his name? Raiola. He looks like Mahomes, but he sure don't play like him. I can tell you that. He's
the type of guy that would like think he looks so similar to Patrick Mahomes. It's scary, but he's like the type of guy that like thinks like looking like Patrick Mahomes and getting the plastic surgery would benefit.
I love Matt Rule,
but not the arm surgery. You know,
I love Matt Rule, but he's got there's some issues there, man. Like that Cincinnati team is not great. Let's just be honest.
They snuck out a victory, 20-17 in Kansas City.
I mean, they should have beat them by at least 2 touchdowns, and that don't bode well for Nebraska going forward in the Big Ten.
All right, I just wanted to ask you about those 2 games from last night.
Real quick. Cincinnati. I don't know if that quarterback had a betting line on the game at the end.
If he did, the Pete Rose Betting Association would gladly initiate him into their family.
That might be the worst throw that I've ever seen.
Oh my God. That like, I think he like the way he threw that, I thought he legit was playing with like an elbow injury. That's how bad the throw was. Oh my God. That was like Big Ben when he had to get like Tommy John surgery. It was that bad of a throw. Oh my God.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to move on to these Friday night games. I've got 2 of them in here for the Friday night games. The first one we're going to get to is one of the first SEC battles. Missouri did play last night, but they trounced a small school. This is the first big game here. Auburn takes on Baylor in Waco. And on DraftKings about 4 o'clock-ish, maybe 2 hours ago, Auburn was a 1.5-point favorite in Waco. And I'm going to start with John. I mean, what's your first opinion about this game?
I mean, it's a tale of 2 teams that are trying to figure out how to get their seasons back to where they need to be. Auburn's breaking in a new quarterback with Jackson Arnold. Baylor's got a really good quarterback in Sawyer Robertson. He helped Baylor the last 6 games of the year. That was really, really good. Man, this is a tough game, really, right out of the gate.
I don't think so. I think that I think Baylor takes this.
I think team. Auburn's defense was good last year, but their offense was down. Maybe their offense is better. Maybe their defense is kind of vice versa. Pressure is mounting for Auburn this year, Brad.
100%. Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of pressure on this Auburn team, and especially Hugh Freeze.
But let's be honest, John. There's pressure on, at Baylor as well.
They are, but I don't think it's as much pressure there as it is with Hugh Freeze and the fan base.
I mean, John, halfway through the season last year, I thought the coach was going to be fired there, to be honest. Well,
yeah, but Auburn was a total of the whole year, though. It's a little bit different. But anyways, I expect Baylor to reign supreme in this game. It's a road game. Take the Bears to cover the spread.
All right. Nicholas, I'll go to you on this one.
I like Baylor in this game mainly because I think they're home and it's super tough to play in Waco. And I just can't trust Auburn at all. I really can't. Now, I will say this. Baylor, I don't think they're going to have Carl Williams and Devin Turner for this game. They are hurt. I don't know if they're ruled out yet. I can't trust Auburn yet. And
so Lewis says Baylor 21-17.
That's fair. I think I hate using the 24-21 predictions because it's like the basic prediction odds here, but this feels like a 24-21 game for me. I'm taking the home dog here.
Are either one of you surprised that Auburn is the favorite?
Yes.
You're both picking Baylor.
Especially being where it's at in Waco.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw the spread, I was a little surprised at this. And here's where I'm going to go with it, guys. So Auburn in the preseason fall camp here, they seem to have had some trouble for a few weeks at quarterback. There was a lot going on down there in practice. It makes you wonder if things are like smooth for, the Auburn team down there going into a tough road environment in the first game. You both are picking Baylor. I mean, that's where I want to go to. I mean, at home, listen, there's a part of me that wants to pick Auburn because this is a big game for them. And I think they should be up for this game to go get a big win to start their season out. But man, it's hard to pick them, man. Like it's just really hard to pick.
You can't
it's
pick
really
Auburn.
hard to pick them in this game. It really is. I'm going to go Baylor. I mean, if you're going to give me 1.5 and Baylor with a line, I think I'm going to take Baylor. So I think that's where I'm going to go with it. I mean, it's really hard to not do that, I believe, in this game. And then the second game we're going to talk about, and again, these games start in about 45, 50 minutes. These are Friday night games. Georgia Tech is at Colorado, going to be taking on the Buffaloes and Dion. And Georgia Tech on the road is a 3.5-point favorite, according to DraftKings Sportsbook. So I went with John first this time. Nicholas, I'll go with you. What's your first initial thoughts here on Georgia Tech at Colorado?
I feel like the spread is definitely fair. I mean, Colorado is still going to be they're like one of those more unknown teams because this is going to be the first game that they're without Travis Hunter. They don't have Shedeur there. They don't have Shiloh, but then again, Shiloh is going to be CFL bound now, so that's not that big of a loss. I kind of feel like since it's in Colorado, 3.5, I think it's a field goal game. I'm going to take the points here with Colorado. I still feel like Georgia Tech's a little bit of an unknown squad as well. And I think with Dion, I think that Colorado has the upgrade at coaching here. So I'll side with the coach and go with Colorado.
All right. I mean, that's fair. It is in Colorado, and they are giving you 3.5 points here, John. What's your thought?
Georgia Tech, a lot of people don't know, is a dark horse to win the ACC. Haynes King, they got Jamal Haynes. Colorado's missing a lot of pieces from last year. Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, Shiloh Sanders. Now, they did add a lot from the portal, which was really good. They got Caden Salter from Liberty. He's a really good quarterback. We'll see him tonight. I think Georgia Tech's going to win this game. I think they're going to round and pound this game, and they're going to win this game. It's going to take a couple of games for Colorado to find its footing, I think.
This game's a no bet. I wouldn't bet this game.
Faces on this team, and they got a new quarterback. There's just a lot of familiarity here. So give me Georgia Tech. I think they cover the 3.5.
Yeah, I to be honest, in real life, like I said, this is a no bet for me. I think there's better games to pick that I like a lot more than this one. But John made some really good points. Georgia Tech is a very underrated team, but again, there also is an unknown with Georgia Tech and with Colorado. I feel like the safer play is to choose the home team.
I'll say this: Haynes King might be one of the best quarterbacks that nobody really talks about in college football.
And here's where I'm going to go with it, guys. So I'm not crazy about Caden Salter. I'm just not. I'm kind of surprised by him getting the nod here as QB1 in this first game. I thought maybe it might be one of the phenom freshmen that they signed. To be honest with you, Salter was at Pittsburgh a couple of years ago. Was not very good. I'm pretty sure that's where he was a couple of years ago. Yes, He went to Liberty, had a pretty good season at Liberty last year, but that's a step below here. I'm a little bit surprised at the quarterback call here from Dion and from Colorado. And I think Hayes King is a much, much, much better quarterback. Maybe tonight when this game kicks off, it'll be different because it's at home and you got the home crowd and you got a little bit of adrenaline and momentum going, and maybe it'll be different. But I'm going the Yellow Jackets here and going to lay the 3.5.
That's fair.
All right, guys, we're going to get to the big game tomorrow. Big noon kickoff tomorrow. We got number 1 Texas at number 2 or number 3, depending on which poll you look at, Ohio State at the Horseshoe. And again, looking at DraftKings a little bit after 4 o'clock Central Time, Texas was a 1.5 point favorite. Is anybody else like super shocked at that? John, what about you?
Not really. I mean,
at home, Ohio State don't lose. Like, how do you not? If anybody's a 1 point favorite, it should be Ohio State, not Texas. I
think a lot of it has to do with Ohio State's playing a freshman quarterback.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. But yeah, I mean, that could be it.
That has some, maybe a little bit to do with that. You got Arch Manning. We saw him last year, really, really good. Julian Sands, the freshman quarterback for Ohio State. I'm going to tell you what's big in this game. Avoiding mistakes. Julian Sands is not going to be able to afford 2 interceptions against this Texas team. Because this ain't your granddaddy's Texas. This is they're here. They got Trey Wisner, C.J. Baxter. Ohio State's got a good front four. How does the offensive line hold up against a really good Longhorns defense that has Colin Simmons and Anthony Hill?
Dude, John, I could legit hug you right now because I was about to say that. That's my big concern with Texas in this game is that the
don't be surprised. The team that runs the ball better is going to probably win this football game.
And Ohio State's replacing a lot in the run game.
They are. Peoples is back, but they did lose quite a bit. With that said, I know that everybody has been on the Ohio State bandwagon, but I think this is the year Texas finally gets her done, and I think they go into the shoe tomorrow and they win this game. I think they cover the 1.5.
I mean, all right. Nicholas, what do you think on this one?
John said a lot of good things. The O-line thing terrifies me a bit. I actually was doing some research before. Did you know that Arch Manning's over under for his passing yards was 236.5? That is the freest money on the board to take the over.
Yeah,
the O-line is going to probably be a little shaky with Ohio State's defense, but Arch Manning's a player. He's going to get over that number, and I would love to bet that.
And I will say this to kind of add to that. If Ohio State is going to win this game, I think Jeremiah Smith has to make some plays because the last time they played, he only had 1 catch. So he's going to have to make some plays through the air.
Yep. I'm leaning towards Ohio State because I'm still a little fearful about that O-line, and I just think that Ohio State has one of the probably the best defense in college, and it's not close.
It's tough. Yeah.
So I'm going to take the points 1.5.
You're going to take the 1.5 in Ohio State. All right. Man, this is a huge, huge game tomorrow. I love that it's the big noon kickoff, that it's going to open the day tomorrow. I think that is fantastic. I know a lot of college football fans like the prime time stuff at night and everything else, but I really like this being the opening game tomorrow for a big day on week 1. And you can't get much better than number 1 Texas at number 3 Ohio State. I'm really, really looking forward to this game. Like John said, Ohio State's got a redshirt freshman, first start, going to be starting. I'm going to give you guys a stat. Since 2010, a debut quarterback versus the number 1 team is 0-16.
Really? Wow, I did not know that.
A debut quarterback in his first start against the number 1 team in the land since 2010, a debut quarterback is 0-16.
That's crazy.
So Julian saying, here's what I'm saying. You got a tough damn road to handle. That's what I'm saying.
I'm sorry. That's great.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
You're saying the right things.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
What? Saying what?
I mean, that's a tough road. That's a tough road, guys. And then you're talking about the running game. I think the running game's going to make a little bit of a difference in here. And I'll be honest, I expect Texas to have a better running game. I really do. I think they have better backs. So as much as everybody's taking Ohio State, I think Texas gets this done. I'm going to take them and the 1.5. I feel pretty good about this one. But after the first quarter tomorrow, I may want to run and hide. I'm not sure.
Would you say you saw it coming?
Yeah. Maybe.
Oh, I love this game. Can I go first on this?
Yes.
I love this game.
I was going to go back and forth. So we're going to go Syracuse versus Tennessee tomorrow. Now, this is a neutral site game. This is one of those Aflac games tomorrow. This is a neutral site game in Atlanta. And Tennessee is a 13.5-point favorite over the Orange. Nicholas, I'll let you go first.
Give me Tennessee. Too many points. What is the spread?
It's 13.5. It's what Tennessee favorite.
It's too many points. Can someone explain why the spread is at 13.5? I get Syracuse is loaded at receiver and their offense is intriguing, but I kind of think Tennessee is gonna kill this team defensively, when Tennessee's on offense, and they're gonna keep this game close. I'm sorry, it's just way too many points. The spread should be at around 7.5. I will take the points.
I trust Tennessee's defense over Syracuse offense.
Yep.
Steve Angeli, he's the new quarterback for Syracuse. You got Joey Aguilar for Tennessee. That's some big storylines in this game. The Orange last year, they had a really great season. Fran Brown's first coach. Tennessee replaces a lot lot
They do.
Like I said, their defense, I think, is going to set the tone in this game. And I think they're going to put Aguilar in position to succeed early in the season. So give me Tennessee. I think they cover the spread.
Yeah. No question for me here. And Syracuse is still an intriguing team.
Well, I mean, they both had 10-win years last year.
I just can't. I just think Tennessee.
But you got to trust
Tennessee's
the
better.
team that's in the SEC more than you do the ones from the ACC.
But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I got a feeling that both of these teams might struggle. They're replacing top-notch quarterbacks.
They are. I agree.
I really don't think that this is going to be a high-scoring game, and everybody thinks that when you look at these teams. I believe.
Yeah. I just realized this is Syracuse getting the points or Tennessee. Did I mix it up?
Yeah, Tennessee's the favorite.
My mistake. My
Yeah.
mistake. I think Tennessee wins. Syracuse takes the point. I'm glad I corrected myself there because I
Yeah,
look stupid now. But yeah, Tennessee
Yeah.
wins the game. Syracuse, I'm taking the points.
Okay. All right. So you think the spread's too high?
Too high.
Yeah.
My
You know,
mistake on that, fellas.
I'm kind of with you on that. I really think Tennessee wins this game, but if I'm betting this game, I think I'm going to take the orange. I feel like Tennessee is going to struggle a bit offensively, and I think having to cover 14 points is just too much.
Yeah.
So a betting person, I think I'm going to take the orange, Syracuse orange in this one. All right, guys, we're going to get to Toledo at Kentucky. John, this is your turn. I'm going to let you go first, but you have done a little bit of writing on this one and done a little bit of stuff and studied this game a little bit. Toledo has a pretty good returning offense. It's their defense that is going to be kind of questionable tomorrow.
Yeah, well, and you got Mark Stoops coming back after a really, really tough year last year. He could be on the hot seat if he misses out on a bowl game. They went through the portals. Zach Calzada's the new starting quarterback. He's got some size, 6'4", 230 pounds. He's in his 7th year of college football. Pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, but people are saying that, but he missed like a year and a half because of injuries.
He did at Auburn. They got a really good running back room. Dante Dowdell. They got Seth McGowan. Those two are kind of going to switch it in and out. They got Kendrick Law from Alabama. Macklin is back. I really like this defense. Alex Afari, he's back. He's going to be the leader of that defense. They brought in some really key transfers. The transfer portal is really –
the spread is 10 points, John, on DraftKings today. Is that too high?
Yes.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's why I'm taking Toledo.
I mean, I'm just throwing it out. I'm just being honest.
The Rockets are going to do their thing. Gleason, Vander Ross, they're really, really good there in the backfield. Kentucky's secondary was really weak last year. And they're pretty much taking the whole same team back they had a year ago in the secondary.
I expect the secondary to be a strong point on Kentucky.
But I think it will be more experienced and more better. I think it's going to take some time for Kentucky to get kind of chemistry together, a couple games, 3 games. But, man, this is a tough one because everybody's picking the upset, but I just don't see it. Toledo's going to be prepared, okay? But I don't think they lose by double digits. I think it's going to be a tight game up into the 4th quarter, but I could be wrong. I could be talking about
what's up, Jonathan?
Kentucky up 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns by halftime. So who knows?
Yeah, I think I'm just taking the points here again. I've taken the points in almost every game. That's not going to be the case, I promise. But Kentucky's an intriguing team. I think they do win. But I just don't see it with double-digit points. I think like a field goal, maybe 6 points, 7 around there. I just don't see double-digit win here. I can't.
All right, so here's some of my thoughts on this game. I know this has been a hot pick for everybody picking the upset here, or it seems that way over the last 7 to 10 days. Toledo is a really good team. I do expect a good game, but I'm going to be honest with you. I think 10 is going to be spot on. I'm picking, and I'm going to tell a score. I'm picking this game to be 27-17. That's what I'm picking.
So you're picking a push?
I am. I think this spread is right on. I really do. I have said, if John remembers, I told him 27-17 like 2 or 3 weeks ago when we were talking about this game, at least a couple of weeks ago. I really think that this spread is right on. So I'm actually going to pick a push in this game and call this a 10-point game. And I know that's probably a little strange, but that's exactly how I feel about this game. I think here's what's going to happen. I think Kentucky's going to run the ball a lot tomorrow. I don't think they're going to throw the ball all over the field. I think they're going to try to control the clock and control Toledo's possessions and use their running backs. And Toledo's not going to have quite as few possessions. I think that's going to help keep their score under 20.
And I tell you another thing, they might not pass a lot, but they're going to look to Kendrick Law. They didn't just get him there to run routes.
But I think they're gonna not show their complete offensive weapons on the outside tomorrow. I think that we're going to see a lot of Dowdell and Seth McGowan tomorrow. That's what I'm predicting.
Yeah, 100% agree with you, Brad.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with the Kentucky game. And like I said, 27-17 is my actually predicted score for this game. So this would call
the issue is with that score though, that don't bode you much confidence for the rest of the year. You got to come out and dominate this team.
John, I don't think this is not a team that's going to be dominant. I just don't feel like that's the case.
I get that.
Toledo is a good team.
If you're going to beat Toledo by 10, I'm worried about the rest of the season.
I just don't feel like this is a team that you're going to dominate. I just don't. I mean, they're too good of a team. Ask Boise State about USF last night. I mean, sometimes these teams are good teams.
Well, the difference is, I think in that game, like I said earlier, I just didn't think that they were prepared to play. Boise State looked like they didn't even watch film. That's how bad they were.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. All right,
yeah.
We're going to go to a afternoon game tomorrow. I think this is a good one to look forward to tomorrow. I'm going to go throw this one to you, Nicholas. Alabama is at FSU. This is a true road game. And if you guys notice a theme here, the SEC is going on the road a lot in these big games. And Alabama is a 14-point favorite in Tallahassee. Nicholas, what do you say?
You guys are going to be stunned by this. And I think I might get canceled in this. I not only love FSU, Florida State, in this game, I think they win. I really think they pull the upset here. I mean, Alabama's offensive line has a few holes. I really think Jalen Lucas is gonna have a big game, and he's gonna expose Alabama's run defense. I think
they don't have Ryan Williams though.
Oh, they don't?
No, he's saying FSU don't have a Ryan Williams.
Yeah. I want to tell you this game.
Here, let me conclude with this as well. I just feel like it's too many points, and with how underrated FSU is as a unit, I think they could sneakily pull the upset here. I really do. They'll catch Alabama with their pants down, and they will take advantage.
I just don't see it. Alabama's got probably one of the best offensive lines in the country. They got some deadly receivers. Ty Simpson's kind of going into a tough situation because he's not really played all that much. He's going, he's under pressure in his first start. But he's got a solid nucleus behind him in the running game, which Jam Miller's going to be out for a few weeks, I think. But they got some guys behind them. I think Robinson's one. I can't remember the other. But I think they're going to overpower Florida State, and I think they finish the game off in the second half, and they win this, and they cover the spread.
Is Yeah, I'm sorry, Brett. Is Tim Keegan going to play for Alabama? I haven't heard an update injury-wise for him.
I'm really not sure, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm not sure.
They usually don't release that stuff till like right before game time.
Yeah, I know Jam's not playing for sure, but Keenan's a big one. I don't know if Roberts, the O lineman's going to come back from his concussion. That's going to be a key one. But if he doesn't play, I think FSU could exploit Alabama's O line a little bit because Roberts is really underrated to that team when he's on the field.
So, I mean, I've been pretty high looking at Alabama. My thing with this, the spread feels high to me.
Too high.
I mean, it just feels high to me. Now, you know, Ty Simpson, he's getting, I think it's his second start. I think he started that USF game a year ago. I think it's technically his second start in college. But I mean, he's got very few starts under his belt. That does worry me. But I love Ryan Grubb because here's the deal. The game's going to come down to Ryan Grubb versus Gus Malzahn.
Coaching battle.
And I'm telling you guys, it's kind of interesting. I really am going to trust Ryan Grubb here. I think Bama wins this game on the road in Tallahassee at Doak. Man, I'm just not sure that they can cover this spread.
I love this Alabama defense, though.
I do. I tell you what, John, I'm going to – it's hard for me to do, guys, here, but I think I'm going to take Alabama and lay the 14.
I see where you guys are going here. I just think FSU pulls the upset. I really do.
All right. I mean, it's fair. That's why we're here, is to have these debates, and then maybe next week we can come back and have a little fun and say, hey, I told you so.
Yeah, and I'll probably get like a ton of those.
Yep. All right, guys, tomorrow night, another huge game. This one is who has the right Death Valley.
Well, the true answer to that is nobody, because the Undertaker does, because he's from Death Valley.
All right, so before we get to that real quick, Will was on with us, and he says Florida State 28, Alabama 21. He's going with you, Nicholas. Ringside Rant here that's been on with us, Will. So I wanted to put that up. But, all right, LSU at Clemson. And Clemson is a 4-point favorite here in this game. John, I'll go with you first on this one. What do you think here about the Tigers versus the Tigers in Death Valley versus Death Valley?
I'm interested to see how LSU's offensive line goes up against TJ Parker and Peter Woods. Like, Clemson's defense is legit. Like, they have two of the best players in the country playing on the defense side of the ball.
They do.
And LSU.
So does LSU. That secondary is crazy talented.
It is, but their defense was suspect a year ago. But they did return quite a bit. I think that helps. Blake Baker is a really good defensive coordinator. Klubnik is going to do his thing. We saw that last year. He might be in the race for the Heisman. They're both playing for a chance to go to the playoffs.
Two really good quarterbacks here as well.
Yep.
Both of them are, playing for playoff implications. Like, this game is maybe even on that same level as Ohio State and
I think it is. I think it is tomorrow night.
Whoever can make the most chaos is going to win this football game. And I think that's going to be Clemson. I think they have just a little bit better offense than LSU has. I don't trust Nussmeier on the road. I just don't.
Okay. I mean, that's fair.
If it was LSU, I would probably go with the Tigers.
Clemson is a tough place to go into and get any kind of win. Anybody. I mean, Nicholas, what do you think on this game?
Oh my God, I went back and forth because I love both of these teams. I think they're built so well. I think Clemson wins, but by a field goal. So spread-wise, I'm going to take LSU. But this is going to be such a fun game. It's so hard for me to pick.
Have you taken the under on every point spread?
Yes. Why? Is that a problem? I mean, I do that in football all the time. I always take, I honestly myself, I rarely bet week 1 games unless I like truly love the spread. I just feel like I'd rather save my money for, the further it gets into the season. I think the games that we are talking about that I'm betting is Syracuse because I think it's too many points. And maybe FSU, but I'm debating that because I don't know. I'm debating whether I should.
I was just yanking your chain, just messing with you a little bit on your point spreads.
My chain? What? you were okay. I'll take LSU points wise. Clemson wins the game. John, I 1,000% agree with you with almost everything you say. Even though I have more trust in Newsomar than you do, I can see why you have a little bit of a fear of like the road.
I tell you what I trust, okay? I like this LSU team. I actually picked them to make the playoffs. I do not like them going game 1 into Clemson and getting a win here. I am going to tell you straight up, I think that Klubnik is going to have a great game. I think that I am going to 100% tell you guys that I trust Dabo Swinney at home way more than I trust Brian Kelly.
Well, I trust Dabo Swinney more than Brian Kelly in general, so you're not wrong there.
I'm just saying, like, for real, Kelly struggled in game 1s with LSU, 0-3, going into this place on, first game of the season. The SEC, everybody wants to talk about it, the SEC schedules and all this. Look at the SEC's road games in week 1 and the big teams' road games in week 1. It's insane. There is no other conference in the country that's even remotely close to going on the road in top 10, top 3, top 5 atmospheres like the SEC. But I will say this, guys, in this game, I just can't until I see LSU get off the mat and not do some really, really dumb stuff at the end of a game 1 in the opening season to open the season. I can't get past it, man. I've seen it too many times back to back to back. And I just, something's going to happen. You just watch and see, and you're going to scratch your head and be like, what in the hell did they just do? Or what just happened? And I'm going to say Clemson wins this game and give me the 4 points.
Yep. That's probably the smart play.
I feel like it is. I really do. All right, Nicholas, I'm going to throw this one to you. Utah is at UCLA, and Utah is a 5.5-point favorite against the Bruins in Southern California.
This one is a tough one. I feel like the spread is fair, but I'm kind of lean. God, this is a tough one. I'm gonna go with Utah. Because I trust that team a lot more than I do UCLA. I just feel like as a team overall, I think that Utah is the more talented team, And yes, while UCLA is the home team, and there's a lot of people picking this game to up as an upset where UCLA will win. I can see why, but I just feel like Utah is more talented than them. So I'm going to go with Utah.
Listen. I'm feeling you on that one, John. According to UCLA coach, did you know they're in LA?
Oh, I'm a dummy. I am a dummy. I am so stupid. Oh no. I had a brain fart.
Oh man, y'all didn't catch that the first time, so I thought I'd throw it at
I'm a dummy.
again.
I am a dummy. I'm sorry. So as punishment, I'm just gonna keep this off. And I'm just gonna stay muted for the next few hours.
Did you know UCLA is in Los Angeles, John? Did you know?
Yeah. Laugh it up, everybody. Yeah.
The Utes,
I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I think they have a big advantage on the lines. They've been really good defensively, offensively. But I think a 5.5 point spread on the road is a little much. I think UCLA is going to be much improved. They got Nico Iamaleava. I think he's going to be a big piece to their offense, and I think he's going to stabilize them, and it's going to be a much better UCLA team across the board. But I'm going to go with Utah. I just like this Utah team. I love Devon Dampier. I think he's really, really good for them. I'm going to go Utah. I like this Utah team.
Appreciate you, Greg, showing up. Enjoy the games tomorrow. Week 1 is finally here, and we're having fun here picking some games. But we hope you enjoy the games as well tomorrow, and anybody that's on with us. All right, guys. So Utah, the Utes are going to play the Bruins, and I mean, yes, it's on the road. I do believe that Nico is going to improve this UCLA team. But man, I trust Whittingham. Like he's a great coach. They had a little bit of a down year last year. I think they picked up a lot of good pieces this year. I'm expecting to see Utah at least be at the top 4 or 5 and maybe make a challenge in the Big 10 or in the Big 12 this year. So I'm going to pick the Utes in this game and lay the 5.5.
Am I free to come out of the corner now for my mistake?
No, it wasn't a mistake, man. You had to watch the press conference last year in the media days. The strangest press conference by a coach I have ever witnessed. If you didn't see it, look it up.
Yeah, but can I come out of the corner?
You can.
All right, there we go. Now I can put my camera back on. I feel much better now after that screw up.
All right. So, John, this is a game I added. I was looking for a 12th game. I had about 3 or 4. Washington, I think, is getting some love as a possible challenger in the Big Ten this year. So I wanted to put this game in because Colorado State believes, including their coach, believes that he has a really, really good team. And they're on the road against the Huskies, and the Huskies are laying 21.5 points on DraftKings.
Yeah, here's the thing. Colorado State's going to be much improved. They was 8-5 last year. They only lost 1 conference game. They get their quarterback back, Fowler Nicolosi. Now, Washington State does not have Will Rogers. Washington State. Washington does not have Will Rogers.
Yeah.
They got Damon Williams Jr. He's a really good guy. Football player. He started 3 games last year, I think. Colorado State's got a really good running back in Justin Marshall. To me, this spread's really big at 22 points. The Huskies are kind of, breaking in some new defensive players. They got a new defensive coordinator. There's a lot out there for this game to be 22 points. So I think I'm going to have Colorado State cover this spread. It's too big for me, even at Washington.
Okay, I mean that's fair because that's a large spread in this game, Nicholas.
Yeah, and for week one, like I said, I always try to go underdogs for week one games, especially for spreads that are this high because it's too early to tell. Yeah, Washington on paper is the better team, but they still got plenty of holes there. Yeah, I'm gonna take the points as well with John.
Yeah, I mean that's a safe bet here. The Rams, Colorado State, the Rams. I mean, like you said, John, they went 8-5. They only lost one conference game, so the rest of their stuff, they played a tough schedule. Again, they're starting out at Washington. I mean, they're from the Mountain West. Washington is now, of course, in the Big Ten, former Pac-12 team here. I mean, listen, it's a tough place to play. I do believe the Huskies probably win this game at home. I agree with these two guys, man. I mean, the point spread seems entirely way too high. I mean, you went by 3 touchdowns and you're still not covering the score in this one. I mean, I just like that's a lot of points to cover against what I think is going to be a solid team out west. I think Colorado State in the Mountain West. I mean, looking at Boise the other night, Colorado State might have a chance to win the Mountain West. I mean, let's be honest. Like they're one of the teams that's under Boise that everybody has kind of overlooked, but they have a shot of being one of the best teams in the Mountain West or in the West, period, minus the few teams that's in the Big Ten. I'm going to take the Rams here and take the 21.5 points. I do believe Washington wins the game, but I think the Colorado State is the safe bet here on this one. All right, guys, that concludes the Saturday games, and we have some Sunday and a Monday night game to get to this week. Because this is the opening week of college football. We have a full 5-day schedule, including last night and tonight, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday game. So we're going to get to a game that is a Sunday game. And Nicholas, I'll throw this one to you first. Virginia Tech is versus South Carolina. This is one of those Aflac games again. I do not believe this is at South Carolina. I think this is a neutral site game, and the Gamecocks are a 7-point favorite. And I will throw this out: Shane Beamer is going against his dad's former team.
Yep. I love South Carolina here a lot. I kind of am a little surprised that this number isn't at double digits. I feel like South Carolina has the ability to pressure Virginia. Especially, I think it's going to be Drones that's starting, right? Kyron Drones? Yes. Drones. I think that they'll have the ability to pressure him. If they could stop the run game, because Virginia Tech's run game is actually really, really solid, I think that they'll win this by double digits. And, I mean, would it shock me if, they get under the spread? No, but I just think they win by double-digit points. I'll take South Carolina.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna take South Carolina. I think they got off to a really, really slow start last year. They got hot late year. Sellers was all over the place. He was just doing some unbelievable stuff, and he's in the Heisman race this year. Everybody's talking about the Heisman. If South Carolina can do what they did to end the year, you better look out. Drones is good. He can make plays with his feet. He can throw the ball. We saw that last year, but I just don't think their defense is going to have an answer for Lenore Sellers. I think they win this game, and I think they cover the spread. Virginia Tech's got a lot of still work to do the next couple of years, and South Carolina is kind of there.
I think Virginia Tech is probably going to be a middle of the pack ACC team this year, somewhere in that range.
Like a mediocre type team or an average type team?
No, I mean they're going to be 7-5, somewhere around 6-6, 7-5. They'll make a bowl game.
Okay.
I think they are a middle of the pack ACC team. I think the South Carolina team is a upper half anyway in the SEC. The one thing that does scare me, and we've talked about South Carolina several times, John, you probably heard me say this. They're replacing a ton on the defensive side of the ball.
Quite a bit.
The South Carolina's defense does concern me early in the season here because we haven't seen these teams play. So I don't know how they're going to be able to replace all that they lost to the NFL, because they lost a ton to the NFL in picks and stuff off of this team last year on the defensive side of the ball. Having said that, 7 feels low. Neutral site game. This game might be in Atlanta as well. I want to say it is.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's being played in Mercedes-Benz, correct?
Yeah, that's so is the South Carolina or the Syracuse Tennessee game. They're both the athletic games in Atlanta. So I'm going to take the 7 points here and take the Gamecocks as well in this one on Sunday. And then Sunday night, we're going to get to the biggest game for Sunday, I believe. I think this is the biggest game. And I'm a little bit surprised again on the road. Notre Dame is a 3-point favorite over Miami. Miami's the 10th ranked team in the country in the AP poll. John, what say you in this one?
It's Catholic versus convicts. I mean, that's basically.
Oh man, that's so old.
What it boils down to.
What was that? 1990 or something like that?
It was the rivalry, man. You just had to. You just had to be there, man. But I'm just kidding. But Notre Dame is on a run for a national championship. Miami's kind of hoping Cristobal can figure it out and get them get them to the playoffs.
I need a crystal ball. That's what I need.
Well, and Notre Dame returns one of the nation's top defenses. They got a really good offensive line. They're breaking in a new starter in C.J. Carr. Miami's replacing Cam Moore with Carson Beck. I think his question mark is healthy. His health. The defense is what worries me for Miami. If they can figure that out, I think they got a shot to go to the playoffs. But I expect this game to go down to the wire.
Not me. I think Notre Dame wins by double digits. The crystal ball I see has them winning by double digits. I think they have the better offense, the better defense. I'd much rather have the freshman Carr. And I'm telling you right now, I think this is going to be a big game for Jeremiah Love. I think he's going to run
Jeremiah Love will have a big game.
He's going to run all over this Miami defense.
But if you're Miami, looking at it from a playoff perspective, you beat a team like Notre Dame right out of the gate, the committee's going to look at that as a huge, huge plus right out of the gate.
Well, let me ask you. So, unfortunately, that will not happen, John.
Nicholas, you are a Notre Dame fan. You're an Irish fan. So I want to ask you, because I don't remember in the poll, where's Notre Dame ranked?
I believe they're ranked 6th, if I remember correctly.
6th? All right, because Miami's 10th. Are you surprised that the 10th ranked team is an underdog at home?
No, I'm not. Mainly because Notre Dame overall is the better team. And I'm sorry, I just can't trust Miami with Beck.
John, are you surprised that the 10th ranked team over a 6th or 7th ranked, 6th ranked team is the underdog at home?
Yeah, a little bit.
You can't trust Beck. You can't.
You can't. Last year he had some health issues. If we get Carson Beck from 2 years ago, this Miami team's going to be really, really good. But you don't really know what his health is going to be like.
And here's my thing. Beck, everybody's talking about Beck, okay? And I understand that. But is he going to be as good as Cam was? Cam Ward was last year?
No, I don't think so, no.
I don't see it.
He's serviceable.
Because Cam Ward had an excellent year. And Miami still didn't make the college football playoff, but Cam Ward had an awesome year last year.
And I think Cam Ward is more of a leader than Carson Beck is. Like, Beck's a decent leader, but Cam Ward was like a really, really good leader that the team got behind. I just don't see it with Beck. I'm sorry. I don't. But yeah, if you want to win money and get your own pot of gold, bet the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Well, I tell you what, Nicholas, I'm going to take the Irish in this game and lay the 3 points on the road. I'm not trusting Miami. My crystal ball says no.
or like those like magic 8 balls like that you shake around and you get no.
Says no for the Hurricanes in week 1 at home versus the Irish.
Your crystal ball might be cracked.
No, yours is pretty cracked from the sound of it. Yours is really cracked.
All right, I'm just having a little fun here.
Yeah, I want to say this real quick.
All right.
The Bill Belichick, like we said, it starts in Chapel Hill, Yeah. But I want to tell you something. There's a lot of people that don't know who Josh Hoover is. And he's TCU's quarterback. He's really, really good.
Yeah.
And
all right. Let me set this one up. All right. Let me set this one up. So college football, Labor Day always gets a Monday night game. There is no NFL. So the college football world takes the stage. And this year, we get an extra little juice of Bill Belichick coming to the college football game and cut to coach at Chapel Hill in North Carolina. And lo and behold, he gets the Monday night game. TCU is coming to town and is a 3.5-point favorite against the mighty Bill Belichick in college football on a Monday night where the NFL normally takes the stage. So with having said all of that, John, I'll let you go ahead and finish your thought.
I mean, I think there's too many new pieces for North Carolina for them to win this game. I think TCU, they returned their quarterback. They got a really good wide receiver group. Belichick, I don't know. Either he has a really great year or he's wanting to quit by the time the year's out.
Dude, is that crazy girl who he's dating going to be on the sideline? That lady is crazy.
She'll be there. I guarantee you that. I don't know if she's going to be on the sideline, but she'll be there.
Guaranteed she'll be there.
That woman, I'm not even joking. Every time I hear her speak or see her, she comes across like a crazy person. She really does. And to be honest, I would not be shocked if Bill's gone after 1 year. Because she's so crazy. She trademarked the word gold digger.
Yes, I saw that. Ridiculous.
It's insane. But yeah, I love TCU a lot in this game. And with John saying with the new pieces, that's not only just on the field, that's on the sidelines with Bill. I want to see how he adapts coaching college football. I really do. And
I think this is intrigue. This is a definite intriguing game Monday night, I believe.
Yeah.
Just to to see Bill Belichick in the college football game on the sidelines is going to be pretty amazing. Sonny Dykes has a awesome opportunity to go into Chapel Hill and hand Belichick a loss in his debut in college football here. He's a 3.5-point favorite. And just to set all this up, John, are you taking the points or are you taking North Carolina?
I'm taking the points.
All right. And Nicholas, what do you got?
TCU. I think they win this game, and I wouldn't be shocked if Bill gets embarrassed. I would not be shocked.
So, listen, I like Belichick. I think he's going to do a pretty decent job. And if you look on the recruiting trail, if he sticks with it, I mean, let's be honest. Recruits, these kids, everybody knows his name. People want to go play for a winner. And he's known as a winner, 6-time Pro Bowl or Super Bowl championship coach. He's known as a winner. I think if he does stay, I know you guys both think that he may be out by the end of the year. You both have said that.
He might not even last the year.
Well, you both have said that. But however, if he does stay, it would not surprise me if he doesn't start getting some of those 4- and 5-star recruits to come to Chapel Hill just simply by his name and who he is.
Yeah, but I don't know if he would even last. Like, I just
well, I mean, he's 73. He's going to be 74 before long. I mean, 3 years is probably about all he's got. I mean, more than likely.
It's sort of like what Pete Carroll's doing with the Las Vegas Raiders right now. It's like he's in his like 70s too. I don't know if I'm I get like the name Bill Belichick will drive you there. I'm just thinking more of long term, like unless you're like a junior or like
see, so his son. Let's be honest. His son is there. I think they're setting this up for about a 3 or 4 year run, and then his son is going to take it over.
Oh, no question. No question.
That's what I think.
No,
that's what I think.
He's basically got the Gerard Mayo role that he had in New England.
That's what they're doing here, I believe, at Chapel Hill. They're not going to admit that. They're not going to say that. But I think that's what's actually happening here. I really like Sonny Dykes. I like their quarterback. Carolina brought in some good pieces. Belichick, like I said, is recruiting. I just don't think they're ready game one here. I'm going to take the Horned Frogs as well and lay the 3.5 points. All right, guys, that is 12 games for this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we even had a Monday night game here that we did here for Game Day Pick'ems, and we appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have fun. I am going to get to a few things before we close the show out. So check us out. The past 5 weeks, we have been doing conference previews. We have done the ACC, the Big Ten, the Big 12, the SEC, and last week we did a group of 5, our top 10 group of 5 teams in the country. We also did, me and John, we did our college football playoff predictions show where we picked our 12 teams, our final 4 teams still playing, our 2 teams, and our national champions. So check that out. We did that show actually on Tuesday this week. And then our very first, the Big Fuss show for season 4 will come across on September the 2nd, Tuesday, and then join us next Friday for another fun set of picks for week 2 for college football. I want to get that in. Nicholas has been with us for some of those shows, for the preview shows, so we appreciate him being a part of this and having some fun with us. Before we go, if you have not checked out Home Field Apparel yet, go check them out. They have tons of new stuff and new drops. The Can't Miss Kickoff, the Birthday Bash. They have got over 70 or 75 new gear for college teams and all kinds of stuff. They got some blackout, whiteout bomber jackets that are vintage, cool as crap. Check them out. Use our code CSCast.
You forgot the lock of the week and upset pick of the week.
I was about to say that. I'm looking at the notes. We forgot to do that.
You're right. You're right. Now, let me get through this, and then we'll go back and do our picks, and then we'll end it from there.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So we are on the Real Fresh channel and with Stadium Rant. So check them out on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Also like and subscribe College SportsCast. We're going to have a new show starting September the 8th. That is the tentative schedule on a Monday night. Wildcat Weekly. John and I are going to come across and update our college SportsCast with Wildcat Weekly and do our Kentucky coverage on that. Bird's Eye View, Eric Bird is helping us with the Kentucky coverage, so I want to give him a shout out. And you're right, I did do forget the upset pick. So let's end the show with our picks here. Let's go with our upset pick of the week. And who wants to go first? Who wants to go first?
You know, yeah, John, you go first. Go first.
I got UCLA over Utah.
Did you not pick Utah?
I did, but this is upset pick of the week. Like I picked Utah, but that's the upset pick though.
Which one, the Bruins or the LA team?
Bruins.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just messing with you.
Did you know they play in Los Angeles?
Oh, you're never gonna live that one down, are you? I'm sorry. I've had a long week at work. I've had a stressful
Auburn's playing, boys. Let's get it going, man.
All right, yeah. I'm sorry. Upset pick. I'm gonna go with FSU. I think they win the game against Alabama.
See, man, that's a tough one for me, man. Let's see. Upset pick. I don't think I picked any of these as an upset, to be honest with you. Man, out of these games, the one that I would pick is maybe North Carolina at home. It could happen, to be honest with you. So I'll go with that one. All right. Give me your lock. Well, out of the games, what's your lock pick that you think 100% is going to come in?
I got mine. To me, I think the freest money on the board is Colorado State at getting all those points. That's the free pick of the week.
Well, if I'm just going to leave the upset pick, I get out of these games. I'll just do it out of these games.
Yeah.
Give me Virginia Tech over South Carolina.
Ooh, I don't know about that one.
No, but I mean, if that's what we're doing, I pick Utah. That would be fair. So Virginia Tech over South Carolina.
What would have been your lock pick of the week with games that aren't discussed here? I'm wondering.
Florida over Long Island.
I love it.
Florida will beat them so bad that they'll have to rename their team.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you my lock pick, and I think Nicholas is going to like this one. Out of the games that we just picked, my lock pick of the week is Notre Dame -3 at Miami.
Let's go Fighting Irish. Yeah.
That's my lock pick of the week here at College SportsCast. So mark it down. I think this one is the surest bet to actually happen. You like that one?
Yeah, made my day.
I thought you might like that one.
Yeah.
All right, guys. This has been the first game day pick'em for season 4 for College SportsCast. We always have fun doing these. Join our pick'em challenge. Go to Facebook. Log on. It's at the top of the page, our College SportsCast Facebook page. Join our Pick'em Challenge. We are trying to get more people to join, to have a little bit of fun. Each week, I'm going to do a small little section in the Game Day Pick'em show here and update our Pick'em Challenge. John is in. I'm in. We've got other people in. I would love for you to join. Nicholas, $5. Join us. It has to be tonight or in the morning. And I'd love for all of us to be a part that's going to be a part of the show and just have a little fun together and do our picks. It is straight up. It's not with spreads, so it's a little easier to do. But it's just $5, guys. Join us. All right, we're going to end this up and go watch some football.
Have a good one.
Yep.
All right, guys, you got 2 big games going on right now. Which one you watching?
Auburn and Baylor right now.
Yeah, I'm going to be watching Auburn and Baylor too.
All right, I might have to keep my eye on Georgia Tech and Colorado too. All right, y'all have a good night, and we will see you on Tuesday for the very first season 4, the Big Fuss Show. Y'all have a good one.